The Hotel Roanoke Conference Center enjoys a unique history that weaves intricately through the fabric of the very city from which it was named, the city's revised name anyway. As striking, warm, and inviting now as it was more than a century ago, the Hotel Roanoke has long served as a familiar welcome to our region. But if not for a series of unique partnerships and vigorous community campaigns to save the iconic structure, the Hotel Roanoke Conference Center might not be greeting guests today. Celebrating the 20th anniversary of the redemption of one of Roanoke's first and most cherished landmarks means picking up where peanut soup and spoon bread, an informal history of Hotel Roanoke, ends. First, however, a brief history. Originally chartered as Big Lick in 1874, the city of Roanoke was given its current name by the very same visionary who encouraged two major railways to intersect in a dusty city of hundreds. Frederick J. Kimball, president of Norfolk and Western Railway, envisioned a future for the community that was starkly different from the reality of his day, with the hotel as the centerpiece. In 1881, the first appearance of a recurring theme in the history of Hotel Roanoke began to take shape. A community partnership was forming. Gathering a fine incentive package, a citizens group successfully lobbied Norfolk and Western, now Norfolk Southern, to choose Roanoke as a railway hub. Nearly overnight, Roanoke tripled in population, and the infrastructure of the city started to rise. A capstone on the building boom, Hotel Roanoke opened on Christmas Day of 1882. Over the years, the likes of John D. Rockefeller, Mahalia Jackson, Amelia Earhart, Elvis Presley, decades of Miss Virginia competitors, thousands of business and convention attendees, and their guests, and most importantly, Roanoke residents, have enjoyed the comforting embrace of Roanoke's social and cultural center. Having served the community and entertained guests for more than a century, declining occupancy rates and stiff competition from new, trendier hotels were beginning to take a toll on the historic facility. As the 90s edged closer, Norfolk Southern concluded that its business was rail service, not room service. And on July 25, 1989, Norfolk Southern announced plans to gift the hotel to the Virginia Tech Real Estate Foundation. And so, on November 30th, 1989, a last dance was enjoyed inside the Regency Room, and lobby pianist Ray Ebbett played out the last remaining guests. At midnight, for the first time in 107 years, Hotel Roanoke closed her doors to guests. What followed was 17 days of hotel decor being sold off piece by piece. Hotel Roanoke was closed, but hope was not lost. Virginia Tech was searching for opportunities to increase its continuing education presence in the area and asked the Virginia Tech Real Estate Foundation to acquire and redevelop the historic property as a hotel and a conference center, and the clock was ticking. Gifting of the Grand Hotel included a give-back clause, which stipulated that if Virginia Tech Real Estate Foundation could not finance the hotel renewal within 4 years, Hotel Roanoke would be transferred back to Norfolk Southern and quite possibly lost forever. Economic conditions were not ideal. The collapse of the savings and loan industry and tremendous overbuilding meant hotel financing was at its worst since the Great Depression. Calling back to the hotel's roots, a community partnership of well-known and trusted Roanoke Valley civic and business leaders was organized to create a financing and development package that would save the hotel. For 3 years, the collection of hotel saviors worked tirelessly to pursue all funding options. However, by late 1992, a $6 million shortfall remained. With only months remaining and every funding option exhausted, city leaders knew the gap would have to come from the community itself. Answering the call, Renew Roanoke was born, and the community group immediately began organizing various fundraising committees. Word quickly spread that Hotel Roanoke needed a helping hand if it were to be saved. Cash boxes and door-to-door volunteers spread throughout the city, and more than 2,800 individuals and businesses responded to the urgent call for help, with pledges ranging from pennies to millions. In just 7 weeks, Roanoke raised $6 million in a metropolitan area of $230,000, with Carilion contributing $1 million and Norfolk Southern donating an additional $2 million to the cause. Renew Roanoke was a success, effectively saving Hotel Roanoke and preserving the historic structure for future generations. With funds secured and the hotel saved, the time had finally come to build. Similar to its original construction, community businesses played a vital role in the project, with 75% of construction contracts awarded to local firms, 15% of which were minority or women-owned. With the property expanding, residents of the historic African-American neighborhood, Gainsboro, were justifiably concerned about potential negative impacts to their community. In response, the Gainsboro Coalition was formed. The coalition sought opportunities for minority contractors, proper training for available jobs when the hotel reopened, and played a significant role in the Wells Avenue streetscape design that continues to flourish today. Additional partners vital to success included the Roanoke Valley Convention and Visitors Bureau, which contracted with the city to provide advertising and support for the conference center. Hotel Roanoke became privately owned by the Virginia Tech Real Estate Foundation. The newly constructed conference center is owned by the Hotel Roanoke Conference Center Commission, a public entity. In April 1995, the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center officially opened, operated by DoubleTree Hotels. After years of dormancy, the ornate lobby once again welcomed the community, only this time, the 5,000 residents who flocked to the reopening were greeted with the now signature cookie, along with the familiar smiles from hotel staff. Boasting 332 guest rooms and 63,000 square feet of state-of-the-art meeting space, the award-winning site was the largest public meeting space between Washington, D.C. and Atlanta. Relinking to downtown for the first time in decades via a newly constructed pedestrian bridge, the impact to Roanoke's historic city market was profound. In 1996 alone, 39 new downtown businesses sprung to life, with the hotel itself creating 350 new jobs and generating $1.2 million in local tax revenue. The vitality and growth of downtown Roanoke continues to this day. Throughout the last 20 years, restaurant employment has contributed $450 million to the local economy. More than $390 million in large public-private investments have been made over the same time frame, yielding more than $750 million in economic impact. Residential units have grown from being virtually non-existent in 1995 to more than 1,000 by 2014. Renovations and fixed asset investments have continued over the years due to the commitment of ownership to keep these facilities competitive and continually producing strong economic impact. Hotel employment continues to influence the region with nearly 300 on-site staff and approximately 64 additional jobs through indirect and induced spending created each year since 1995. The hotel's continued influence in the creation of unique programs and community partnerships is clearly seen throughout the region. Investments and partnership programs between the City of Roanoke and Virginia Tech focus on educating, training, and retraining the region's workforce. These unique programs have profound effects on the future of local and global economies. Much of what Roanoke is today was created through community collaboration, homegrown determination, and forward-thinking visionary. The exact recipe that made the rebirth of Hotel Roanoke possible.
Some visitors to Roanoke arrive on fast, comfortable trains of the Norfolk and Western Railway.
A continuing parade of trains still announce their arrival as clearly today as they ever have, and the Hotel Roanoke and Conference Center still harkens back to its focus and original purpose set in motion more than a century ago. Birthed from an intersecting railway in a dusty city of hundreds and maturing to serve a thriving city of 100,000, the grand old lady on the hill has watched over it all. She stands today to connect Roanoke to the world with her warm smile and welcoming embrace that attracts people, investments, and ideas to our growing region.